Hold on tight, folks. Straight from Red Deer County, it's the Clou Sans Tête experience. Your rugged, sharp, trusty headless nail is here to hammer home the truth.
Howdy, mes amis. This is Clou Sans Tête Dubois, hunkered down by the wood stove in my cabin here in Red Deer County, Alberta, where the September frost's painting the fence lines silver like a warning from the old gods, and the crows are cawing secrets across the stubble fields. It's Wednesday, September 17th, 2025, slipping past supper time, mountain time, and I've got a pot of Alberta broad bubbling on the iron. That deep, smoky, caffeine-free roast from broad beans I pulled from my own dirt, keeping the globalist chains off my neck and every dollar in prairie hands. Saddle up for Prairie Pulse, where we hammer truths into the heartwood of lies. Tip our hats to Premier Danielle Smith's unyielding grit, and chase Canada first across these wide-open badlands. Today, mes amis, my Saskatchewan kinfolk over at Prepper News dropped a barn burner on YouTube. WTF, a warning about Charlie Kirk RAGEBAIT, and you're asking this headless nail for my take? Well, consider the forge lit. I've chewed that transcript like tough jerky, and it's got me spitting sparks. Let's rustle through this honeypot haze with a homesteader's eye on the real traps laying in wait. Folks, first off, hats off to my Saskatchewany brother. He's got that northern grit warning us off the endemic outrage porn flooding every digital gulch from Facebook to TikTok, Instagram to YouTube, even X and Rumble getting swept up in the Charlie Kirk hysteria. It's tempting as a fresh baked pie left on the windowsill, that rabbit hole sucking you in with endless scrolls of fury over Kirk's tragic bullet on the 10th, but he calls it straight. It's a honeypot, mes amis, a sticky trap slathered by the power elites wielding more sway than a prairie twister in transition times. We're talking automation chewing jobs like locusts on wheat, market, bubbles, wobbling like a drunk on a bronc, economy teetering on the brink of a Grand Canyon drop, World War III brewing hotter than a branding iron, and black swans circling like vultures over a gut-shot steer. In this storm, what do the overlords crave? To smoke out the problem children, you and me, the ones who won't kneel when the boot comes down. They crank the algorithms to an exact science, hyper-centralized virtual control, baiting us to bellow our minds so they can map the dissidents. The real threats when the fan truly gets filthy. And the controlled opposition in this rodeo. Slacktivists like Nick Fuentes preaching great replacement theory, but sired fewer young uns than Baron Yu or Candace Owens racking 2 million views in 2 hours, linking Kirk's end to Israel Shadows, Ben Shapiro and Owens' organic split, Destiny and Bob Dylan egging the rage. My Saskatoon sage nails it. If it's amplified, there's a hook in it. Ancients knew the play. Feed the discontent a hero before one rises true. Lead the resistance from the shadows. It's data-minin 10,000 times over. Emboldening the indignant junkies addicted to that righteous burn without lifting a finger to birth babies, stack beans, or dig a root cellar. Hypocrites hollering what we ought to do while their own spreads stay empty. Classic controlled bait. Separating the yap from the yap doers. Now the gut punch suspicion round Kirk's fall and the eerie aftermath, his wife's casket pics and videos dropping not 36 hours later, prim as a Sunday sermon with a eulogy that rings faker than a tourist's cowboy hat, slipping in plugs to swell turning point chapters like it's a sales pitch at a funeral wake. Creepy, bone chill deeper than a January night, I'm with my friend, no disparaging the dead. 'Twas a foul deed no soul endorses, but something smells off the milk, mes amis, like opportunist milking the martyr for the machine. And that market for rage merchants, folks making bank on the scapegoating fest, pointing fists at skies while sublimating the real pinch, costs climbing steeper than oil derricks, society fraying by design, elites engineer the crime waves, the austerity squeeze, till we beg for the National Guard's iron fist, transitioning to a military police state, slick as grease, those border walls sprouting, not for keeping the hordes out, no sir, they're corrals to lock us in when SHTF, no bolting to Canada or anywhere. Mark my words, no escape for the penned herd. But here's where this Alberta patriot reigns at home, mes amis. At the pyramid's peak, no politics, just power plays like them big tech barons, Altman, Zuckerbergs, the lot, dancing left or right, whichever way the wind blows utility, no allegiance but to the grindstone. Touching walls for faith, balderdash, they'll flip faiths like flapjacks if it pads the vault. My take? It's all by design, this Kirk RAGEBAIT distracting from the grand scheme, government war drums, market crashes, robot overlords pulling black swans from the Rolodex. Ain't our biggest beef this indignance fest is the appetizer, the finger-pointing circus to breed the criminals they need for militancy. The right shapes the now, the means of production, the wealth hoard, left dreams the culture, but when crunch time hits, they'll need our nod to lock it down, ensure continuity while we fight their wars. So heed the prepper's call, folks. Be wary as a fox in a henhouse. Skip the honeypot, stash your salt, and seed your kin. We've got bigger blizzards brewing. WW3 updates waiting like thunderheads. Ain't time for slacktivist yaps. Plant roots, stack wood. Speak smart, but speak true. This Saskatchewan warning's a lifeline. Cross the border. Grateful for kin who see the snare. What do you reckon, mes amis? Honeypot or honest heartbreak? RAGEBAIT trap or trailblazer taken? Holler in the replies, share this pulse like contraband gold, and let's keep our eyes on the horizon, not the bait. All right, that's the thunder for today. Keep your larders full, your suspicion sharp, and your bruise broad. This is Clou Sans Tête signing off. Stay free range, Alberta. Hashtag Prairie Pulse, hashtag RAGEBAIT warning, hashtag prepperkin, hashtag Alberta strong.
Soft little wind, dawn creeps slow over rocky peaks, dusty boots on a weathered floor, headless nail hammering home, ringing true from my old barn door. Headless nail hammering home, stomp along this dusty road, a big la vidi bull fan of fire in my soul. Campfire sparks light up the night, fiddle wails in the wind. Clap your hands and sing it proud, let the barn dance begin.
Soft in the wind,
French roast coffee by morning light, whispers of Alberta beef, calling ghost to prairie nights to join our stomping relief. Headless nail hammering home, stomp along this dusty road, a big la vidi bull fan of fire in my soul. Campfire sparks light up the night, fiddle wails in the wind. Clap your hands and sing it proud, let the barn dance begin.
soft in the wind.
Alonzi makes me feel the prairie breeze, Savaru lair till the morning freeze.